My name's Garrett, and I'm going to be reviewing a book that I just read. It's kind of an unofficial review, though, so don't expect any major conclusions. I'm going to say I recommend the book. It's amazing. It blew my mind. I yeah, that's about what I would summarize it as. So, the title is A Universe from Nothing. It was written by Professor Lawrence Krauss, who went to university at Carleton as his alma mater. He's now a professor in Arizona. Professor Krauss is a renowned particle physicist and cosmologist. Krauss wrote this book in order to enlighten the masses to some of the more remarkable and recent discoveries of cosmology and particle physics. Of particular importance to this text, and a central theme within its content, is the discussion of empty space. The book briefly discusses the age of the universe, which is 13.72 billion years, how they have determined this number, the remarkable nature of the time our species lives in, and the bleak future our universe holds. One of the more incredible revelations or discoveries that this book describes is that empty space, as in completely empty space, the stuff between the Earth and the Moon, or the Sun and Pluto, or our Sun and the next star over, can have energy. And not only can it have energy, but things can spring into existence out of nothing within this vacuum of empty space. These particles appear, both the particle and its opposite antiparticle, suddenly, out of nowhere, and they disappear by annihilating with each other in such incredibly short quantities of time that they are impossible to measure directly. However, they are the only plausible explanation for certain forces that we experience every day. Following from these virtual particles, which do not betray the law of conservation of energy, it is also possible, when there is absolutely nothing, not even empty space, for a universe to spring into existence. As long as this universe is closed, as in it will eventually collapse again, it does not defy the law of conservation of energy, because its net energy will be zero. So that means that it can spring into existence. This is all based on quantum physics, and it is something impossible to wrap your head around. But I guarantee you, it will change your outlook on a lot of things that you would normally not even think about. And it's certainly worth a read. It's great. I can't count the number of times that I had to actually put this book down and go, wow, wow, that is something else. Now, a couple things about the writing itself. Lawrence Krauss is an atheist, and he does take the occasional jab at creationists mainly. And also he does take a little bit of a jab at deism, or the belief that a God, not necessarily the Christian, or Muslim, or Jewish, or Hindu, or whatever God it was, deism is the belief that a God is necessary, but not necessarily one of those. He does take a bit of a jab at it because the idea behind this book is partially to show that a God is not technically necessary for the creation of the universe. Ours could potentially have sprung forth from nothing. He does not go so far as to say that there is no God. He simply suggests that it is not necessary to have one, that these things can occur in our universe under the laws of physics and quantum physics, which do not necessarily require a being. Aside from those momentary and relatively few and far between jabs at creationism, the writing is innocuous. There's nothing offensive here. It's well written as well. I would definitely say that he has a strong grasp on the English language, and it's something that would expand your mind both in science and in the arts. Certainly recommend reading it. especially if you're curious when you look out at the stars and go, I wonder what's happening out there. Give it a shot. You won't regret it. And it's a short read too. It's only 191 pages in a decently sized typeset. It's not going to be hard to read. If you need glasses, you won't need strong ones. It's a page turner. I finished it in 2 days. I couldn't put it down. So I hope everybody enjoyed this review, and I hope if you do pick up the book, you enjoy reading it as well. It's a blast. Have a good one.